You don't set out to have your number retired or have anything like that. You set out just to be the best you can be. You think I want to play in the NHL. This is my dream. I want to play as long as I can, and I want to win.
We now present the 7th number to be retired in franchise history. Dustin Brown's number 23.
On this spectacular night, we honor Dustin Brown. Oh, what a fantastic night this is for Dustin. And what a tremendous night it is for all of Los Angeles and all you great Kings fans.
Make some noise if you love Dustin Brown!
I tried to treat it like any other day. Went for my run, did all my stuff at home, played basketball, and got in the shower. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get dressed. And then as soon as I got dressed up, I started sweating. Then I got to the rink, and it's like, it was actually set up perfectly.
Tonight, we honor the first person to ever raise the Stanley Cup in triumph for the LA Kings. Someone whose achievements stand with the greatest to ever wear the Kings jersey. Someone whose leadership, style of play, and character represent everything this organization stands for.
My story started out like every other hockey player, with a dream of playing in the NHL and winning the Stanley Cup.
We met at a hockey tournament over the summer when Dustin was 15 and I was 16, and he was about 2 weeks away from moving to Guelph, Ontario to play for the Guelph Storm. Actually, that's when we started dating. We met in high school and we didn't get along, and so I switched out of all of his classes. I don't think he's changed a lot. He's still the same person he was back then.
Los Angeles Kings are pleased to select from Guelph of the Canadian Hockey League, Dustin Brown.
Looking back, I came in and just tried to make a name for myself the best way I knew how, and I didn't think too much about, I didn't think too much, period, back then, probably, is what I'm getting at.
He's a guy that a lot of scouts talk about as potentially being a captain of a team at some point. For the Los Angeles Kings, we're picking 13th. Pretty happy with the selection of Dustin Brown.
He wasn't outlandish and overconfident like, well, I know I'm going to do this and I'll score this many goals or anything.
Tipped in, Camilleri threw it in front of the net. Dustin Brown was there, and his first NHL goal.
He's matured a lot when it comes to public speaking and leadership and those types of things. He used to be much quieter. He still doesn't love the spotlight, but he handles it a lot better and embraces it in a way that he didn't at the beginning.
It is said that leaders can be magnified or diminished by the qualities of those around them. It's clear I was magnified by those around me.
I learned a lot earlier in my career, and then as you kind of go on, you think back to how what guys did I like when I was younger. It's like, I would be like them. When you're that age, be like them.
Camilleri got the puck in deep, but Olin gets back for it first. He takes a hit that knocks the glass out. Dustin Brown got another lick in at Matthias Olin.
It was neat watching him go through the phases because he was silent at the beginning but loud on the ice. And then I think he came a little bit more vocal in the locker room. But again, it was always leading by example.
Oh, look out! Dustin Brown lowers the boom!
I know his voice in the locker room and talking to a lot of players, you know, rookies that were coming in for, you know, development camps and training camps and things like that over time. You know, they spoke about Dustin and, you know, the presence that he had, the way he carried himself around the room.
I mean, I was 18 when I first started rooming with Brownie, so he taught me a lot of things. And he was a guy that I would talk to about, like, stuff in the game, things I was frustrated about or things that I didn't like how they were going. And he was always, you know, there to talk to about it, and I would always pick his brain about different things.
Doughty shot, tip, score! Dustin Brown!
Trust him. You know what he's going to do every day. He's consistent. He shows up to the rink every day knowing what needs to be done, and he goes out and he does it. And I think that's the most impressive form of leader, where it's you know what you're going to get, and he delivers.
I mean, my thing was always just about getting better every year. I think that was like my philosophy. I think we did a lot of growing during my time, and that was an important thing for me. Looking back at it, is like I got better as a human, but we got better as an organization.
He always put the team first. He always did his very best. He never showed up and didn't put in 100%. Did he have bad games? Yeah, everybody does, but it wasn't because he wasn't trying or he didn't have the passion.
Throughout my career, I had all my teammates who had my back. These experiences gave me the confidence to grow, to go back into our locker room with my head held high and become a better teammate. See or no see, I always wanted to be a king. I always wanted to retire a king.
I'll be fighting him back a little bit, to be honest. He's just deserves it so much. He's great to everyone that has ever been in the LA Kings organization.
As I stand here today with my jersey being raised to the rafters, my only hope is that in the future, when you look up and see it hanging there, you think not of my achievements, but of our achievements.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Stanley Cup.
I am so grateful to be part of the Kings family and to be forever a King.